Good evening, Crypto Degens. How are you doing this fine evening? I'm doing quite well myself, other than this cold that I have. But I'm doing well and I'm happy. And I see the crypto market had some bad news today. The Clarity Act is not turning out to be what we expected. It was supposed to be wonderful for crypto, and it seems to be like it's just a nightmare. So let's see what's going on. So Bitcoin is up like 1% today. No, it's not up. It's down 1% today. Excuse me. That's normal because it's kind of been going up the past few days, which is nice for a change. So let's get to this Clarity Act thing. So what's going on here? So Mr. Crypto says the Clarity Act scheduled for today has been postponed by the Senate until the last week of January. And that's because Brian Armstrong decided not to support it because he doesn't agree with some things. Basically, it says a de facto ban on tokenized equities. Tokenizing assets is like one of the biggest narratives in cryptos right now. I mean, it's huge. Tokenizing all stocks, real estate, just assets in general. I mean, it's very important. If they ban that, like, what are we doing? DeFi prohibitions, giving the government unlimited access to your financial records and removing your right to privacy. Erosion of the CFTC's authority, stifling innovation and making it subservient to the SEC. So basically in the Clarity Act, you know that when a crypto is new, it's unstable, it's not very reliable, risky. So it's going to be governed by the SEC, and then when it gets bigger and more stable, then it's going to be governed by the CFTC, which governs like commodities and all that stuff. So he's saying apparently too much power is going to be left with the SEC. Draft amendments that would kill rewards and stablecoins, allowing banks to ban their competition. This is one of the biggest topics. This is something that I absolutely hate because it's like we're stifling innovation to protect banks, and that's not capitalism. That's not a free market. So I totally agree with Brian Armstrong. Let's see what some other people say. Paul Barron. Let's see, back to English. The Clarity Act isn't a regulation, it's a dragnet. They claim they want to stop the bad guys. Read the fine print. Warrantless search, real-time monitoring of every transaction bypasses the Fourth Amendment. Guilty until proven innocent. They can take your crypto, like they can freeze it without you being convicted of anything. The end of cash privacy. Extending BSA law to non-custodial wallets kills the digital equivalent of handing someone a $20 bill. So if you have money, you send money from any wallet and to another person, even if that money is in your private wallet, it's not an exchange, they can see what you're doing. So global doxing, mandating data sharing with foreign central banks, puts citizens worldwide at risk. So yeah, that's not good. Vandal of Black Swan Capitalist says, the hard truth, the Clarity Act is the nationalization of crypto under the guise of consumer protection. I call it the final handover of decentralized finance to the same banks that nearly broke the world in 2008. This bill was never about protecting investors. It's about protecting incumbents from anyone who might actually disrupt them. In the end, clarity simply means the old money finally figured out how to own the new money, legally and forever, which was the plan from day one. That's an interesting take because, yeah, it's like saying, crypto is supposed to be something for, the little guy like us. And now that, the big guys, they see how it's growing, now they want to take it over. And they want all the benefits for themselves. They want all the laws in their favor. So, yeah, that's interesting. Kenny Nguyen, I stand right next to Coinbase on this. The crypto market structure bill allows government unlimited access to your personal financial records is a no-go for me. It's just like giving them permission to look into your bank account. Yes, I agree. Shaneka Aslam Pereira. U.S. Congress just legalized the largest wealth transfer in financial history. Nobody noticed. Section 11 of the Genius Act prohibits stablecoins from paying yield to holders. Tether holds $135 billion in treasuries, earning 4.5%. That's $6 billion annually. Passed to you, zero. Tether keeps everything legally mandated by Congress. Oh, and then they say China is going to allow interest. So, China people are going to be making money off stablecoins, but the Americans aren't going to. Let's see. Bull Theory says the crypto market structure bill was delayed because of big banks. Let's explain this in simple words. Banks do not want real competition. DeFi and stablecoins threaten their core business. This bill in its current form limits that competition instead of encouraging fair innovation. Exactly what I'm saying. This is evolution. This is, things change. Anyone who has been in business or has been an entrepreneur, everyone goes through this. Like, stuff changes, like shit happens. You got to roll with the punches. I mean, we can't be protecting businesses, like when Uber came along, and taxis were like, no, we got to stop this. Or when solar panels came along, I'm in Spain, the solar panels came along and they said, you got to pay a tax, the sun tax. Like, what? Just to protect the electric companies from losing money. So we can't do this. It's not capitalism. It's, it's like communism. It's not free market. So yeah, the fact that this issue is even being debated is a disgrace. I stated we must stop engaging in corporate socialism, what I just said. Basically, I believe in free market capitalism. Congress shouldn't be in the business of protecting bank profits by banning stablecoin rewards. If banks are worried about deposit flight, they should offer better products. Exactly. They need to evolve. If they've become outdated, they need to evolve. Exactly. Cryptos are us. Okay, so we're going to leave this topic, comment a few other things on X. Tom Lee just revealed Mr. Beast and Bitmine collaboration is huge. Bitmine is the biggest holder of ETH. And they're collaborating with Mr. Beast, who is apparently going to do some kind of crypto projects. So, yeah, I mean, we don't need the details, but that'll be interesting to find out what happens. Visa teams up with BVNK to launch stablecoin payouts. BVNK doesn't have a token or anything. They're just like, they're building the infrastructure. And yeah, it's just more adoption. Good news. Bark says stocks, precious metals, homes, and debt are breaking record highs at the same time. This is not a coincidence. The empire is collapsing right before your eyes. Get out of the dollar now. Well, obviously, if everything is going up and we're measuring by dollars, then that means the dollar is just losing value. I always say this about the stock market. Like, people are like, oh, look, the stock market has been going up nonstop for how long? Well, of course, because of all the inflation, of course. The dollar is losing value. So, we got to start measuring it in terms of something else. Let's measure it in terms of wheat or gold or silver. I don't know. Cryptos are us, says Mara CEO Fred Thiel, says Bitcoin and Ethereum are not the same. Yeah, we already know this, but Bitcoin is designed to be a decentralized store of value, digital gold, hard cap money supply, no central foundation calling the shots. And it's been around since 2009, scarcity, decentralization. Ethereum, on the other hand, is built to be in the programmable world, computer enabling smart contracts, DeFi, NFTs, stablecoins, layer 2 scaling, and endless innovation. Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, people have built stuff on Bitcoin. They put meme coins on Bitcoin. They put applications on Bitcoin. But people don't want that. People just want Bitcoin as like digital gold. And Ethereum is not special. We've got Solana. We've got BNB chain. We've got lots of chains that are actually much better, in my opinion. Ethereum is getting cheaper. And it is apparently used for some reason by people. Lark Davis. Fear and greed index just surged from 25 to 62 in 3 days. Like, dude, we've had like 3 positive days and now we're into greed. Come on. We've had like a tiny recovery and now we're into greed. Like, give me a break. This is like the worst market ever. And then, so where are we at? Lark Davis, we got our little chart. Which stage do you think we're at this moment? Disbelief, hope, optimism, belief, thrill, euphoria, complacency, anxiety, denial, panic, capitulation, anger, depression. No, I don't want anything of that. And disbelief. Well, I think I don't know. I'm hoping we're at hope. And we start moving up. I mean, everything has been in our favor, and people just want to sell. But I mean, come on. You got all the pro crypto Trump government stuff. We've got tokenization. We got all the banks. They're all moving to stablecoin transactions. I mean, it's just, this market should be going crazy. It should be going crazy. So anyways, that concludes my first English video. And thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next one if I decide to publish this one.